Okay, welcome to the Stevens Fieldhouse for the 1999-2000 wrestling season. Right now we are going to take a look at the 2000, BVU duels, where BV is going to take on a host of number schools. We got Northwestern, Dana, Briarcliff, and William Penn. Tim, today what are we going to see throughout the wrestling?
Well, don't expect to see the WWF here, because these matches aren't made up. They're not fake. These are real. Nobody's been determined the winner, so you might as well go ahead and stick around and see who's going to win.
All right, like Tim said, we have some real wrestling going on here today. We'd just like to wish good luck to all the wrestlers competing here today. Let's keep it clean, come out fighting in the squared circle. Tim and I are going to be with you all day. Tim Smith, his partner is myself, Mark Hazelton. Well, stay tuned. You're watching Innovation Video Sports.
Baker's Court in Storm Lake. Our menu just keeps getting bigger and better. Why? Because you deserve it. If you're looking for something a little different, then try one of our new marinated entrees, served hot off the grill. Or try one of our fantastic new chicken wraps. Marinated chicken breast combined with savory ingredients and wrapped in a unique wrap. All of our new menu items come with Storm Lake's only soup, salad, and ice cream bar. We hope to see you soon at Baker's Court, Highway 7 West.
One of the reasons lions roar is to warn threatening bachelor males from other prides to stay away from their young. Here, a lion cub gets a lesson in proper roaring from its father. Teaching this behavior is not just crucial to the pride, but also to the survival of the species. Just a reminder how important it is for fathers to spend time with their children.
Here's my nephew Scruff, about to run into trouble again.
Hey, Bobo, where's your video game?
In here. Well, look at this.
Uh-oh.
It's my dad's. You want to hold it?
What'll I do?
You'll see, but that's not the only problem he has.
Hey, here's a shortcut.
Not down there, Square.
I don't think it's safe. Come on, the coast is clear.
I'm not taking a chance, Lance.
Oh, no.
Well, hello, Dogface. Come to give us your sneakers?
Uh-oh, trouble again, Scruff. What are you gonna do now?
I don't know.
If you get my new comic activity book, More Adventures with Scruff, you'll find out what you can do about bullies, drugs, and guns.
Am I the hero again?
You'll see. And you'll see lots of games.
Cool.
For your free copy of my new comic activity book, write Scruff McGruff, Chicago, Illinois, 60652. Scruff McGruff, Chicago, Illinois, 60652. And you'll be helping take a bite out of crime.
I want it.
Hello and welcome to Stevens Fieldhouse here in Storm Lake, Iowa. It's a bright, sunshiny day outside. Well, it's getting warmed up outside. They're getting warmed up inside, Mark.
That is true, Tim. All the wrestlers are taking their final preparation for today, trying to push each other around, trying to get warmed up and saying, hey, let's get it on.
It's going to be a long day of wrestling today. There's going to be 4 rounds. The first one will start at 10 o'clock. Second one will be at 11:30. Third will be 1 o'clock. And the last one will start at 2:30.
Might I add, Tim, that throughout the day we're going to take some breaks from the action in between. If BV finishes up before the 11 o'clock or the 11:30 match, actually we're not going to take a break from the action, but we're just going to take a break from talking because people will get sick of listening to us pretty fast, I imagine.
Okay, as you can see right now, the lineup for the Beavers, wrestling at 125, a junior, Nick Field, and 133, Rick Schweitzberger, and 141, Mark Van Beek, 149, Cody Yoder, and 157, Gavin Martin. Mark, who's lining up the heavier part of the lineup?
The heavier part of the lineup, which is more of my weight class, is 165, is returning national champion Andy Kruger. 174, Matt Schuver. 184, Ben Borkowski. Sorry about that if I said his name wrong. 197 is Dave Doble. And the heavyweight now is just a freshman, Derek Schumacher, filling in for the injured Dax Dorn. So those are your Buena Vista wrestlers, Tim.
As you can see, Savon Cole is not in the lineup tonight. He's been injured. Mark, you got any information on that one?
I'm not real sure what the injury is, but I do know he's not planning on being back until the Iowa Conference. He's not planning on being back to the Iowa Conference Championship, so he's going to give his body complete time to heal, so he has a better chance of making it to the Nationals again.
Okay. As you can see, they are still warming up. Got a few more minutes before the action will start to take place. Today's first opponent will be William Penn, and their lineup as follows: John Beeman at 125, Charles Smith at 133. He's only a freshman. Brian Lepenicott at 141. He's also only a freshman. Chad Garvis at 149, only a sophomore. And Vladimir Renya at 157, who is only a freshman.
Okay, down in the heavier weights at 165, just a freshman, Fritzler Dorskia. Curtis Games is at 174, just a freshman also. Or you can also wrestle Joseph Robinson there. They're both freshmen, so a pretty young lineup right now. At 184, it's Ryan Ademaeus, also a freshman. At 197, it's Humaberto Ahia. And at the heavyweight, it's Jeff Tucker, just a sophomore. So as you can see, there's only one senior on the William Penn team right now. Basically a freshman-dominated team, so you might want to look out for them in a couple of years in the Iowa Conference.
Yeah, today don't expect much out of them for the experienced BV lineup. Very inexperienced from William Penn. I haven't heard much about them so far this year. Their record so far in dual meets is 1-7. That's not extremely impressive. I don't know who they beat. Obviously, it's nobody we really care to talk about.
Head coaches right now for BV is Coach Al Baxter, and we like to say congratulations to him. He got his 300th victory in here at BV earlier on this year, so congratulations to him and his team. And the head coach for William Penn is Gary Garvis. So good luck to the Statesmen. Tim, right now let's take another quick break so we can catch our breath while the wrestlers finish warming up. You're watching Innovation Video. Stay tuned.
I hang out with a pretty trashy circle. The circle that helps this circle by recycling trash. We sort glass, plastic, separate cans, stack newspapers, and magazines. Now, thanks to us, there are lots of products made from things we've already recycled. This cereal box wants your Sunday paper. These paper clips, in a more daring life, a 56 convertible. The circle works like this. It starts when we recycle trash at home and at work. It's completed when we buy products made from or packaged in recycled materials. How do you know the difference? Check the label for something called post-consumer recycled content. It looks like this. Make a mental note. Then buy the highest percentage of it you can find. You'll save a tree, you'll save energy, and in your own way, you'll help save the world. Complete the circle.
Call 1-800-CALL-EDF for your free Buy Recycled shopping guide. 1-800-CALL-EDF.
Only you
Can prevent forest fire. And it's true. We know we can count on you to do what Smokey says.
drown your campfires with water. Make sure it's totally wet. Then stir and drown again.
We know we can count on you to do what Smokey says.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Hello and welcome back to Stevens Fieldhouse. As you see, that
we have at least one fan coming over. I think all the rest of you out there in TV land should come out and support the wrestling team for this year.
Getting a look at the guys still warming up. Look at Dana College.
Let's take a look at some of the other lineups, shall we, Tim?
Might as well.
For Briar Cliff right now, Why don't you take that top lift, Tim?
At 125, you got Gabe Prescott. 133, Peter Isham. 141, Luke Pigot. And 149, Jerry Reichs or Nick Matney. They want to go in these dual meets when you got a big tournament. Teams are going to want to keep two wrestlers in a slot where they're equally competitive, so they can keep a fresh man in, and so they can possibly pick up a victory at that weight class.
That is a good point, Tim. Thanks for the insight.
At 157 out of Oldenburg, Brody Vate or David Weldy could be wrestling. And what can we look from the upper weights?
All right, at 165, we got Bill Dana, R.J.D. Hogserstrat, just a freshman. At 174, we got Nathan Koss out of Lamar's. At 184, we got Spike Reynolds, R. Scott Flockler. At 197, we got Troy Warden, R. Scott Flocker. So he's going both weights right there, Tim, just in case. And at heavyweight, we got J.C. Baxter. Let's hope he's nothing like our coach, Al Baxter.
As you can see, he's only a freshman, so you might want to expect some good things out of him in the future. We don't know what he's going to be like today. Who knows? He could come out here and surprise a few people.
All right, let's take a look at the starting lineup for Dana College out of Blair, Nebraska.
At 125, Jake Hare, only a freshman. He hasn't won a match all year, but let's see what he can do. At 133, all the teams are going to have a bye because they don't have anybody to fill the spot. At 141, Ben Wilcox, only a sophomore out of Fremont, Nebraska, also is going to be wrestling. At 149, they got another open spot. That's going to be 6 points for each match they're giving up. So a total of 12 for each match that they're facing. They're going to dig themselves in the spot. And at 157, Daryl Foster, a senior. He's only lost one match so far this year. Or Chad Reiber, who is 4-12 for the year.
Okay, looking at 165, we got Stephen Jenny, a senior out of Monroe, Nebraska. 174, we got Alex Cum, a freshman out of Council Bluffs. R. Riley Tonkin, a junior out of Lincoln. At 184, they're open just like a couple other matches, so they're giving up more points right there, Tim. At 197, we got Perry Mostik, a senior. And at heavyweight, we got Tom Wisman, who is a sophomore out of Falls City, Nebraska. And their head coach is Steve Constanza.
As you can see, it's a very inexperienced squad, and they're giving away 3 matches right away that they're forfeiting, so they're going to be in the whole 18 points. In college wrestling, that's going to pretty much mean that you're not going to win the match, overall. So
as you can see right there, there's not a whole lot of people in here tonight, so there's plenty of room for all you spectators out there. So come out and enjoy some live wrestling action.
So right now we are going to take a little break, and when we come back, hopefully we'll have a little bit more action going on. You're watching Innovation Video.
Stay tuned.
To be a mentor, you don't have to have all the answers.
Interesting. You hungry?
Yeah.
You just have to be yourself, which, by the way, is pretty good. Do good. Mentor a child. Call 1-877-BE-A-MENTOR.
For the great taste of fresh pizza, Pizza Hut is the only way to go. Pizza Hut only uses the freshest ingredients and toppings on your pizza. Whether it's pan pizza, hand-tossed, or thin crust, Pizza Hut has the pizza for you. Try the spectacular lunch buffet or scrumptious salad bar. Dine in, carry out, or have it delivered. Your pizza is always fresh, hot, and delicious. Pizza Hut, making it great again and again.
Here's my nephew Scruff, about to run into trouble again.
Hey, Bobo, where's your video game?
In here. Well, look at this.
Uh-oh.
It's my dad's. You want to hold it?
What'll I do?
You'll see, but that's not the only problem he has.
Hey, here's a shortcut.
Not down there, Square.
I don't think it's safe. Come on, the coast is clear.
I'm not taking a chance, Lance.
Oh, no. Whoa, Well, hello, dog face. Come to give us your sneakers.
Uh-oh. Trouble again, Scruff. What are you gonna do now?
I don't know.
If you get my new comic activity book, More Adventures with Scruff, you'll find out what you can do about bullies, drugs, and guns.
Am I the hero again?
You'll see. And you'll see lots of games.
Cool.
For your free copy of my new comic activity book, write Scruff McGruff, Chicago, Illinois, 60652. Scruff McGruff, Chicago, Illinois, 60652. And you'll be helping take a bite out of crime.
I want it. I want it.
We are back and ready for some action.
I'm ready for some action. How about you, Tim?
I definitely am. Right now, we're going to listen to the national anthem. That was a great representation of the American flag, and here we are, we're settling down for action. For anyone that is not familiar with wrestling, wrestling consists of 3 periods. The first period is going to last 3 minutes, the second period will last 2 minutes, the final period will last 2 minutes. If they end in a tie after the third period, they're going to go to an overtime period, and if that period ends in an overtime, they'll go to sudden death, where one person will end up on the bottom of the mat, one person will end up on top. They'll wrestle it out. If the guy gets away on the bottom, he wins the match, and if he doesn't, the guy on top wins.
Well, you're going to have to walk me through this, Tim, because this is the first time I've ever announced wrestling, so the people at home will have to bear with me.
This is the first time that Innovation Video has done a wrestling meet in 2 years, so we're kind of pumped about it, and we hope we can get some more action in next year. Right now, we're waiting for the coaches to go ahead and break up the lineups and bring out some action.
One more time, Tim, the tentative schedule for today right now is the first round will start. Well, it was supposed to start at 10 o'clock. We're a few minutes behind that, about 15 from by the clock I'm looking at. Second round's supposed to start around 11:30. The third round's supposed to start around 1, and the fourth and final round for today is supposed to start around 2:30. So let's get some action going here.
Captains are meeting right now, talking about where they're going to start out the matches at the weight classes and what color they're going to get.
We got the flip here. Let's see if we can figure out what they're doing. Looks like William Penn's going to be the red team on the scoreboard, and BV's going to be the green.
We were not able to catch which team will send out their first wrestler. It's not really going to pose a great advantage in a dual meet like this, but dual tournament, but if it wasn't just a plain dual meet, you can decide which team's going to send out their first wrestler. So like the open spots where they got a couple of wrestlers out there, they can decide which wrestler they want to use for each match.
Looks like BVU senior and returning national champion, Andy Kruger is going to start it off for BV.
Right now we're starting the weight class of 165. We'll move all the way down to heavyweight. Then we'll go through the lighter weights starting at 125 until they get up to 157. Andy Kruger working on a takedown right now. He's holding on to that arm. They're driving him out of bounds.
You're going to go back and set it back up into the middle of the mat.
Andy Kruger had controlled when they went out of bounds, so he will start out on top. He's going to do an international start and let him up.
His opponent wrestling at 165 is Fritzler Dosia, a freshman out of Miami, Florida, so he's a long way from home right now.
Yes, he is. Andy Kruger is up 2-1 in this match. He's working on the inside position. Got an underhook. He's trying to sweep the leg. There he goes.
Nice quick move by Kruger, regaining position here.
He has another takedown. Now he's going to let him back up. The score's now 4-2. For any of you fans out there that are not familiar with wrestling scoring, a takedown is worth 2 points. And when a wrestler that makes an escape, he will receive 1 point.
They're both looking for jockeying for position, trying to shoot the leg, maybe trying to go for that 2-point takedown.
He's in on the double leg. Kruger's just too quick for him. He spins around. No position has been called yet by the referee. Andy Kruger's going to work him back in the middle of the mat and get his 2 points.
So all Kruger's points right now are on the takedown.
Get a little bit out of position there. It might have been a little bit lucky. I don't know if the competitor is quite as experienced as Andy, but
score now is 6-3 after that 1-point escape for the William Penn Statesman.
Right now they're working on position to get inside so they can get a takedown. They want to get a good position on him, create a different angle so they can go and get in on the hips. Watch Andy Kruger to try and sweep his leg inside on Fritzler's leg. And
nice shoot right there, trying to pick him up, take him down. No position has been called yet. They're out of bounds, going back to the middle.
Most of the time when you see the referee calling out of bounds, it's not exactly when the wrestlers go out of bounds, it's when there's no action taking place and there's no scoring possibilities and both ankles go out of bounds.
As you can see, the BV cheerleaders are in full force right now. Out of bounds one more time.
Dorsica went in for the shot that time. He didn't get good position. Kruger was able to sprawl out of it, and therefore no points were given.
Score is 6-3 with 20 seconds left in the opening period. Nice leg shoot by Kruger.
It's going to take his lead 8-3. Right now, Andy Kruger's working on some riding time to add to his total. They're going to finish out this period right now.
So at the end of the first period for Andy Kruger, he is up by the score of 8-3. BV working on their first points of the day.
Andy Kruger won the coin toss. He elected to defer and make Dorsica decide what he wanted. He chose down. A lot of times you'll see wrestlers take the bottom, hoping to get an escape to get a point. He's trying to grab you out of it. He did a horrible job. That's why he pretty much ended on his belly. Now he's trying to switch, but he's not following through, and Andy Kruger got him on a tilt. Getting some near fall points. Now the referee didn't count anything. You have to have the angle of the back at 45 degrees to go and receive any near fall points. To review for everyone at home, for a near fall, for 3 seconds, the wrestler will receive 2 points, and for 5 seconds, the wrestler will receive 3 points.
Dorsica just received another 1-point escape from Kruger, so the score now is 8-4. Just over a minute left in the second period.
He went in flying out with his arms out, and Kruger was just able to go and throw him over. Dorsica really needs to work on his position when he goes in for his shots. He's going in like a no-man.
Nice flip over by Kruger, looking for the pin.
He caught him in that in the cradle. There's no way he's getting out of that. He was stuck right as soon as Andy Kruger got it in. BV will be up 6-0 after this match. And here we are coming with the 174 match.
For BV, it's going to be a sophomore, Matt Schuver, out of Sanborn, Iowa. He's a younger wrestler on the BV squad. He is 1-1 so far on the year. He took over the 174-pound weight class from Savon Cole when he bruised his ribs earlier on in the season.
Wrestling for William Penn will be Curtis Gomez. Gomez? Sorry if I butcher your name, but get used to it.
Until someone tells us different, we're just going to go by what we see. From the William Penn Statesman sidelines, we have a correction. This is not Gomez. This is Joe Robinson, the other wrestler that they brought along for this weight class. So he's a freshman out of Largo, Florida. He is 8-12 on the year. So a couple of young wrestlers going at it right now, Tim.
Another man that's far away from home, from Largo, Florida. You believe that?
I have to. That's what's on the sheet.
Right now, Matt Schubert's working on his inside position. He's getting caught in a cradle. He's going to get stuck. He's in a basket cradle. He's not getting out, and he's pinned.
So that's going to tie up the score right now, 6-6. That was a quicker match than the one we just saw.
Matt Schubert got caught in a costly mistake. He was pretty much dominating that match until he got caught there. I think he just got overpowered.
Going to the 184-pound match right now for BV. It's going to be Ben Borkowski from Sergeant Bluffs, Iowa, and for William Penn, it's going to be Ryan Adamaeus, a freshman out of Hudson, New Hampshire. So William Penn showing that they can recruit really well nationally. A couple of guys from Florida and another one from New Hampshire, all the way from the East Coast.
Remember that Ben from Buena Vista is a senior, and Ryan Adamaeus is only a freshman. So
Ben looking to finish out his senior year here at BV strong.
He's working on the head.
No score yet here early on in this match.
He's looking for the inside tie. Right now, not a lot of action happening. They're just working on their position, trying to open up something so they can get a takedown.
Trying to fill each other out. Try to leg shoot there, not successful.
Ben's being a little bit conservative here, maybe just going with more of a defensive, not going quite so much after him to attack.
As you see, a nice shot there of Coach Al Baxter looking on at his wrestler.
So far this year, Ben's only had 4 matches. He's won half of them. He hasn't seen a lot of action this year, but here he is making the most of it.
Nice leg shoot right here.
He's in on the single leg.
Takedown.
He's going to try and bring it up, possibly kick out the other wrestler's feet. Now he's switching off to the double. He's going to want to suck that up into his gut. Keep driving with it, suck it in. He's not going to be able to go and make any moves with that with his head down. Just want to get his head up. There's 45 seconds left in the first period. No wrestler has scored. The referee stopped it in stalemate.
Ben had a chance of scoring on that last offensive outburst by him. Unable to get the last leg down to the mat.
So one thing you want to do if you're going to take a shot, you want to be able to finish it. There he tries a fireman's. He's controlling his hips. They're rolling around. Nobody's established control yet. Right now, Ben's in a back position. He's going to get rolled onto his back. Now he better get to his belly before he gets put on his back.
2 points for the William Penn wrestler. They're up 2-0 right now. That's the end of the first period right now. So, Tim, what is Ben going to have to do to come out?
Right now, Ben's going to defer his choice for after he won the coin toss, and William Penn's wrestler has decided to go down. Hopefully, he's going to try and go and score another point and go up 3-0. But if Ben's able to hold him down, he can go ahead and keep the score kind of close. Right now, he's going to try and work something, possibly put him on his back, get some back points. Notice how Ben has his leg hooked around the other wrestler's leg. It's going to make it pretty much impossible for the other wrestler to get up off the mat. It's getting a little high, but he's able to go and regroup and get back. He's working on a half Nelson. Throws him down to the padded mats.
Score is still 2-0 in favor of William Penn.
Ben's able to ride him out here for a good amount of time. He's going to get riding time added to his score at the end of the match. So, given if Ben wins the riding time amount, he'll be. Right now, the score is only 2-1, but in all actuality, the score is 2-0.
You might have to explain that ruling to me a little bit later on, Tim, because I'm not sure I quite understand the whole concept of riding time.
Riding time is consisted of an opponent controlling a man, like Ben is right here, where he has to get position on top. And as long as he rides out the man, I think it's for 1.5 minutes for the match, he'll be given 1 point at the end of the match. Now, if the William Penn's wrestler gets out and controls Ben, he's going to lose the amount of riding time that he has to build up right now. They're working on hand position. Trying to roll out of it. Ben's not going to give it to him. Ben better look out. Right now, he's going to spin around. He's going to get a reversal. There's 2 points. Oh, excuse me. He gave him an escape and a reversal. I disagree with that.
So the score now is 5-0 in favor of William Penn. Let's hope Ben can get something going here. It's the end of the second period. Going to the last period here in a second.
Ben's going to try and work it from the bottom. Hopefully he can get an escape and get a couple takedowns to get him back in the match. He's trying to go for a switch. Now he's got him caught on the legs. Let's get some back time. He's given 2 points by the referee for a near fall. Ben's getting tilted again. Ben really wants to do is get off of his knees, get off the side of his hip. He's going to want to build up his base, hopefully get an escape. You're not going to do anything when you're laying down the ground. You know, he's probably getting tired here.
Just over a minute left to go in the final period.
Doesn't look like Ben's going to be able to pull off this match, but hopefully it'll be a good learning experience for him for the rest of the day.
Adamaeus is doing a real good job controlling the senior right now from BV.
You know, Adamaeus is trying to work in the leg. There he has it. He's working it on a Ben. And what he's going to try and do is put Ben on his back by controlling that leg.
Right now, as far as the team stands, BV and William Penn are tied at 6 for the meet score right now.
Ben's going to be able to go in and hold out this loss and not get a major decision put on him. You want to be careful in these matches when you're on the bottom that you don't get called for stalling, because then you'll lose a point.
He doesn't have any points to lose, Tim.
Well, they'll add 1 point to the opponent's score.
Okay.
So they never take away points. They'll only add 2 to the other opponent's score. It's good that we should point that out for any viewers at home that are not really experienced in the wrestling field, and hopefully we can get them a little bit more interested in this great sport at Buena Vista.
That's about all she wrote right now for Ben, I believe.
Right now they're arguing over the score to decide whether it was a major decision or not. Scorekeepers have it at 7-0, where it would not be a major decision. So William Penn will only receive 3 points to their team total.
Coming to the 197-pound match right now, it's Dave Doble, a junior out of Clear Lake, Iowa. And look at his record right now, Tim. It is 21-3. So he's an excellent wrestler here at BV.
Very impressive.
For William Penn, it's a junior out of Chicago, Illinois, Humberto Alaya.
One exciting thing about moving up the weight class is like wrestlers are getting stronger and more powerful. You might see some more head throws or more body slams, if you want to call it that. But right now we're going to go in and shoot in on the leg. He's driving to get control of the hips, and he gets the takedown and gets 2 points.
He's working on bringing that arm to the back so he can flip him over.
He's working on the old ball and chain. No need to explain that if you can just use your imagination why they call it the ball and chain. But right now he's just going to post his arm on the back. He's trying to work on an arm bar. He's going to pull that up and possibly put him on his back if he can go and get control of that arm, gets up farther.
One of the differences between the heavier weight classes and the lighter ones, Tim, as you said earlier, the heavier ones are much stronger, but the lighter classes, they have a lot more action into them. They shoot really quick, and they're usually a little bit more action-packed, in my opinion.
Your opinion is accurate in my description of wrestling, but as I used to wrestle the heavier weight classes, I am more fascinated by the larger guys going at it, because I like to see the raw power and sheer determination of somebody just picking them up off the mat and soup-playing them down to the ground. It's not quite the WWF, but you know, it's still great to watch.
It's as close as we can get. Minute 26 left here in the opening period. BV is up by the score of 2-0, and it looks like we got a break for some blood or something over there, as Doble is getting checked out by an athletic trainer.
An injury timeout. That will be it will not count as injury timeout since it was blood.
Action is getting ready to resume.
Doble remains on top, controlling position. What he's going to want to do is keep sucking up his leg and control his hips. Right now, he got him in a bad position. He almost could have rolled him over onto his back, but he did. The referee is not giving us a very good shot at this, but
score remains at 2-0.
Doble keeps working on the arm bar. There he goes. He's going to get the half in, but the referee will probably blow this one out of bounds as soon as he starts to tilt him over.
There, out of bounds is the call. Going back to the center of the mat.
That's one thing you want to be aware of when you're wrestling, is where you're at on the mat. You got to know your environment, so you can possibly turn him around and work it back into the center of the mat. So he could have very easily got it turned over and gotten the pin, but unfortunately they were close to the edge of the mat. It was whistled out of bounds.
Just trying to get that arm back to the backside.
Looks like he's in pain. I'm glad I'm not down there. Working on the crossface. Lets it go.
5 seconds left in the period. Period's up. Doble leads Alaya by the score of 2-0. Going to stand up in a neutral position so no one has control right now.
When a wrestler at the beginning of each period, they can elect whether they start out in the top position, the bottom position, or wrestlers both in neutral. Right now he's got to get his hit back. No, put him on his back, and that's going to be a pin. He can suck back that. You see that near his shoulder. He got to get it closer.
He should at least get a near fall out of this, Tim.
He'll have 3 points added to his score, at least 2. He's rolling back into bounds. He's not going anywhere. That's the match.
That was a nice match by Dave Doble there. Really showing his brute strength right there towards the end of it, holding him down.
That's all she wrote. We're going to move up to the Battle of the Cattle.
For all of you other people out there, that's the heavyweight division. For BV, it's going to be a freshman out of Avoca, Iowa, Derek Schumacher, filling in for an injured Dax Dorn. Dax broke his foot down in the Florida duels over Christmas break. But first, let's take a real quick look at that pin by Dave Doble.
Watch how he's controlling. He's settling back. He's pushing it forward, squeezing. He's going to lift up that back shoulder to go and pull out the other one. And then he's stuck. He's not going to be able to go anywhere once he gives up on that. There it is. He's suckered in.
So great job by Dave Doble. That puts BV back in the lead by the score of 12-9 for the match. As Schumacher, you see, is on top.
Score is now 2-1. Schumacher got his first takedown. He's going to work on the second one.
For William Penn, it's Jeff Tucker, wrestling heavyweight, a sophomore out of Salinas, California. He is 0-6 on the year right now.
One positive thing you can say about William Penn is they got a wide diversity of people from around the country on the wrestling squad.
That is true. Schumacher's working on position.
Looks like he's trying to go for a headlock and throw him, but it's not very smart to do at the college ranks. A lot more experienced wrestlers will just toss you right back over as soon as you go down to the mat when you try one of those moves.
Nice leg shoot right here by Schumacher. Working on sweeping the other leg. 2 points for Schumacher. Score now is 4-1.
Schumacher pretty much let him up there. Probably more comfortable working on his feet, going with takedowns instead of trying to get a little bit of the right. There he goes with the headlock. He is just waiting for it. He's sitting back, holding on it. There's the quick pin. You know, my high school coach told me the headlock is one of the most stupid moves, but the best moves that you can do because it's so risky. You never know who's going to come out on top when you do it. It's very risky. I don't know if Coach Baxter's really coaching that into him, but obviously it worked there, and he got 6 points for the team.
For the 125-pound match right there, Nick Fields comes out the victor because William Penn decided not to wrestle. As you see right now, the 133-pound Nick Schweitzberger, a senior out of Kingsley, Iowa, is working against Charles Smith, out of Louisville, Kentucky.
See, as we get to these latter weight brackets, wrestlers are a lot more scrappy, and they're going to be able to lift each other off the mat like that. And it's going to put each other into potentially dangerous situations. They're working out of bounds there.
So after Schumacher's pin and Fields' given match right there, that puts BV up 24-9. So they're in control of the match so far.
Working on inside position there. Kind of getting a feel for each other. Now he's in on the single leg, and the outside is going to bring to the inside, and he's just going to go down with it. It's going to be a scramble right now. Now it's getting a more controlled situation. He's going to go and try to sweep the leg. He's going to try and keep his body in close on that so he doesn't get away. He's working on the inside. He's trying to get the whizzer in. The referee's going to stop it.
Score is 0-0 so far early on in this match.
In on the ankle lock.
2-point takedown for Schweitzberger.
He's working in on the legs, trying to get control of him, get some near fall. Definitely is the most comfortable position to be in.
2-point near fall there for Schweitzberger. Score now is 5-0.
There he is. He's working on the legs again, trying to go and tilt him over. Working on the power half. Got to get him to 45-degree angle. Now he's going to lift up the head. Watch as he pulls the head. That's going to create an angle, put him on his back. He's got a minute and 27 seconds left in the match. The clock might not be working right, but he's able to get out of it, so he's going to work on the leg some more. Score's now 8-0.
I wonder, I think the timekeeper just realized that he needed to get the clock going there.
He's feeling a little bit stupid, I bet. I don't blame him. It's going to make some upset fans and coaches in this field house. Keeps working in on the legs, getting that arm. He doesn't got him at the 45-degree angle that he needs to get near fall points. He's getting a little high. He's going to want to rock back a little bit. Now he got him.
Schweitzberger is mainly in control of this match right now.
He doesn't want to let go of that arm. That's his key to gaining position.
Another 2-point near fall given to Schweitzberger, so his lead is 10-0.
Now he got some in the half. He's getting high. He's not controlling that arm. He wants to get a little bit closer to that shoulder so he can push that shoulder down the mat and get the pin. Potentially dangerous, so the referee will stop it.
Schweitzberger is up 13-0 right now.
Needs 2 more points to get a technical fall. That will give the team score 5 points. A major decision will give a team 4 points in the match, and a regular decision will give 3, and of course a pin or a forfeit will give 6.
Schweitzberger staying in control of this match right now.
3 seconds left there in this extended first period. As we'd like to say, Schweitzberger working a little bit harder than what he really should have. Hopefully the timekeeper will pay attention the next round.
2-minute period is thrown up on the clock. Schweitzberger's going to start on top.
We're neutral.
They're working on hand position right now. Smith is really got to do something on the bottom. It's more like he's stalling out the match. He's not working quite as hard as what he should be. All Schweitzberger has to do is get him onto his back, get some near fall points, and the match will be over.
Smith on the mat is no relation to the Tim Smith sitting beside me, so just in case you folks at home are wondering.
Although I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night, I am not related to this gentleman on the mat. Although, not as if it's a bad thing. I know it's boring to talk about right now, but
I just want to know why you stayed at a Holiday Inn Express when you have a dorm room.
The reasons I could explain off the camera for the decency of this television program.
Well, thanks for withholding it. As you see, Schweitzberger gets 2-point near fall. That's going to be the match.
That's going to be a technical fall. That's going to put 5 more points on the board, so the score is now 29-9 in favor of Buena Vista.
So we're going to the 141 pound. It's going to be Mark Van Beek, I believe. For BV, along with 141 pound Brian Lippincott out of Homestead, Florida, for William Penn.
In all actuality, at 141, William Penn forfeited the match, and now it's going to be the 149 pound match, isn't it?
You the man, Tim, I guess.
It's either that or Mark Van Beek just went out there and raised his hand for no reason at all.
Well, you're on top of this stuff, and I'm glad to be sitting beside you.
I'm not quite sure. Maybe Mark Van Beek's just saving himself for later on in the day. Here he is working on his position.
Tim, we have 2 mats going on today. The other match right now looks like the score is tied 6-6. We got Briarcliff taking on, I believe that is Dana at the 197 pound match right there. So just to update you folks at home, back to BV wrestling action though.
That other mat is not working quite through as quickly through their matches as what this mat is, the one that we're watching on television. But nonetheless, it is just as important.
Score for BV is now 35-9, thanks to the 141 pound forfeit by William Penn.
Colby Yoder is remaining in control, but right now the score is now 2-1 after he got an escape.
The next weight class is 157, excuse me. Gavin Martin will be wrestling for BV. That is the final weight class for BV's match right here.
Right now they already locked up a solid victory. It doesn't matter the outcome of these next 2 matches, whether they get pinned or not. BV's already won it.
That will push BV's record to 22-3 in dual meet action right now. Coming into this one, they were 21-3, so BV's off to another great season.
I know Coach Baxter wants to win every match he's wrestling today, and he has a very good chance to do that. As we mentioned earlier, a lot of these teams are inexperienced. Probably the toughest challenge right now will be Briarcliff. So you never know what will end up happening, because that's why they wrestle the matches.
Also, if you look at the sheet right now, BV has much more dual action experience wrestling in the 20s. 20-some matches. They're right at 24. This is their 25th. Looking at Briarcliff, they're only 8-3 in dual meet, so that's not a lot of experience. Northwestern is just 1-3 in duels. William Penn is 1-7, and I don't have the stat for Dana, so I'm going to have to apologize to your folks at home listening to us. As the score now for Yoder is 4-1.
One solid thing to mention about Briarcliff, Buena Vista beat them earlier this year. So Obviously, they already got a psychological advantage on him. They know they can beat him, so it's going to already put him up ahead of him.
With that takedown by Yoder, now the score is 6-2 from the 1-point escape by Garvis just a second earlier.
"14 seconds left here in the first period. Yoder's just going to try and ride him out. Don't give up any points because it seems how there's only a few seconds left in this match. He's going to get close to it. No position's been. Yoder stayed in control. No points given. 3 seconds to either get an escape or just hold him down the mat. They're just going to ride it out.
Score remains 6-2 in favor of BV. Yoder takes on top.
Here they are. They're going to just stare at each other. Not really working anything. They're more stalling out this match, maybe conserving energy for later matches during the day. Not exactly the most exciting thing to watch, but here they are. They're just dancing around, working it. Don't know if they're a little afraid to touch each other, but in the sport of wrestling, it's going to happen.
Yoder shoots the leg.
Got the single leg. There you see the score. Back to the action. There he goes. He's controlling the hips. The referee's going to give him 2. As long as he can get it. He has to get his head out. There he goes.
8-3 is now the score.
.45 seconds left in the match, in this period. It is the second period, so there is a third and final period to come after this. He's doing a sit out. He's got to make some movement if he wants to do something. There he goes. He's waiting to go and pull his move off, and then he got it. A lot of wrestling is in your timing. Just wait until you can make a move when your other competitor is not ready. Yoder just put him right on his back.
Trying to scoot him back in bounds right there.
It's good that Yoder's aware of his position on the mat. Knows that he has to go and bring him back in before he goes and gets out of bounds.
11 seconds here in the period.
He's going to try and ride him out. He doesn't want to give up any more points in this period. Seeing as how there's only 11 seconds left, there's not really enough time to go and work another takedown in. Going with the sit out. He's going to try and pop it out. He's got a few seconds to do it. He's reaching over his head. Could be a major mistake. Cody elects to go in the neutral position. Probably working a few more takedowns.
He's up 10-4. Well in control of this match.
Match, it really hasn't been the most electrifying in sports entertainment, but
both wrestlers are working very hard on the match. Glad to see they're working hard because it doesn't seem like we are.
trying to create that different angle. Gonna try and reach around and get a single leg, I bet. Still kind of working on that hand position. There he goes. There he had the single leg, but going for the double leg. He's holding on to it. All he has to do, there he has it. He's controlling the hips. He's just gonna go and keep raising up the legs and possibly put his shoulder down into his stomach. That's gonna roll him down his back. Wisely rolling to his belly. Garvis has really got to try something now that he's on the bottom. Right now the score has gone to 13-5. Yoder's working on a major decision right now.
.42 seconds left in this match.
Garvis keeps going for the sit out, trying to get an escape, and he's not really doing anything when he's on the bottom. He's more stalling it. He's really got to work.
Yoder just kind of lets him go on that one.
He's going to look for another takedown here in the closing seconds of the match. Garvis able to sprawl out of it, and they're going to end here. That's the end of the match.
So Yoder is going to come out with the decision by the score of 13-6.
One more match to go, and we will take a break after the following match until the action resumes.
We're going to be looking at 157, Garvin Martin, a sophomore out of Ames, Iowa. And for William Penn, that is going to be Vladimir Rina, a freshman out of Kissimmee, Florida.
Kissimmee St. Cloud. Yoder was able to get a major decision on the last one. He scored 4 points for the team total. So that takes the Buena Vista score to 39-9.
Both wrestlers are working on position, feeling each other out early on.
Staying conservative, not really going aggressively inside for each other. There, Martin has him. Got his first takedown. Scores 2-0.
He's working on keeping Vladimir's back to the mat.
He's going for the tilt. He knows how he locks up that arm. He's just going to try and tilt him over on his knee to go and put him at that 45-degree angle to get a near fall. He's not necessarily going for a pin with that move. He's just going for the near fall points. Right now he's underhooking his arm, but now he's reaching up, and I think they're going to go to neutral position now. Vladimir gets a 1-point escape.
Minute 30 in the opening period left.
Martin's able to sprawl. He got to get his leg back. He's getting too high. You want to put your legs back, put as much pressure on that head, keep the head down.
That doesn't look like a very comfortable position to me.
I definitely would not like to be doing that anytime soon, but Martin maybe just trying to lock it up and get a stalemate out of it so they can start back on their feet, which will probably happen sometime soon since they're getting a potentially dangerous situation. and he was pinned. He got caught. Unfortunately, for that split second there that you saw, his shoulders were straight on the mat. He got pinned even though no points had been given for a takedown. Not exactly the way you want to end the meet, but needless to say, Buena Vista won the match by a score of 39-15. Let's go ahead and take a look at that last pin. How he got caught. Here he is, he's working it.
It's right there, his shoulders are square on the mat. He was trying to go for a move and get his legs loose, but it kind of worked against him.
He's working on his position to get out of that. Maybe the next time he's going to try and stay up on his head or on his forehead. But you never know what was going on in his mind during that situation. He's probably got more experience than me or you, Mark. But
well, I know he has more experience than me because I played basketball in high school. I did not wrestle. Although I did learn how to wrestle in physical education from my basketball coach, and you can imagine how well that was.
I imagine you just saw the score there. And right now, we're going to go to Mandy to see what she has for us. Take it away, Mandy.
Today, BV started out with a huge win, 39-15 over William Penn, and I might add it's a great way to start a tournament. And I'll give you a brief overview of what happened just now with William Penn. First, we had Andy Kruger, who was an NCAA National Championship last year, had a pin, along with David Doble, who actually wrestled JV last year, also had a pin. And winning by points, we had Rick Schweitzberger, Colby Yoder, and those were also great things, but unfortunately, Matt Schuver got pinned, and so did Gavin Martin. But then Bukowski just lost by points. But it was a great way to start the day, like I said earlier, and I think we'll be looking forward to just a wonderful day of wrestling. So I'll let you go back up to Mark and Tim.
All right, thanks, Mandy. I need a break. How about you, Tim?
I definitely do. So.
All right, we'll be right back after these short messages. You're watching BV Wrestling on Innovation Video.
Overtaken a city. Two men have what it takes to stand against it. They are Lieutenant Brock Anderson and Detective Doug Pendergrass. Criminals will now finally know that crime truly does not pay. Watch their exploits Thursday nights, only on Innovation Video.
Thousands of women will lose a child to AIDS simply because they didn't get an HIV test when they were pregnant. You see, there's now treatment that can help stop the spread of HIV from mother to baby, which gives children of HIV-infected mothers something they never had before. A chance. If you're pregnant, please get an HIV test.
Welcome back to Storm Lake, Iowa, home of Buena Vista University and Innovation Video. Coming up in just a few minutes, Buena Vista is going to be taking on Briar Cliff.
I don't know what we can expect out of Briar Cliff. Buena Vista already beat them earlier this season. Obviously, Coach Baxter is probably already looking forward to his 23rd win of the season in dual meets. But right now, Andy Kruger will lead off the matches for the Beavers. He will be facing
Bill Donna, a junior out of Kingsley, Iowa.
Or possibly J.D. Hugestrat.
It would be nice if they would finally tell us who it is.
If they don't let us know who it is, we'll just go ahead and call him Mr. Briarcliff.
We'll call him BC. BC's wrestling BV.
What are the chances of that?
Coincidence? I think not. Let's see. No, go ahead, be my guest.
Andy Kruger, the returning national champion.
Trying to get his second victory on the day. And we're off.
They're working on hand position. Andy Kruger wasn't really quite comfortable in that situation, so he just kind of pushed him away.
They're dancing, they're moving, they're grooving, and he shoots.
He got the underhook right now. He might possibly try to pop that up. There he goes. Popped it up. Got some legs. That's two.
Nice two-point takedown for Andy Kruger as they slide out of bounds, going back to the middle.
Referee's a little bit slow on that 2 points. I know if I was down there, I'd probably be yelling at him right now.
You can yell at him from up here if you want.
Yeah, I bet they'd hear me because we don't have enough fans out here. I know everybody wants
to come on out.
I know we do put on a pretty good show here at Innovation Video, but obviously the Beavers want some fan support out here.
1 point escape for Mr. BC because we're not real sure who he is.
There you got a good shot of the Buena Vista cheerleaders, and you missed Andy Kruger's second takedown, or third takedown of the match. No, that was the second one.
He's working on flipping him over to the back.
Going for a near fall. He's got him at 45. The referee's a little slow to call this. He's got to go try and wrap around that arm. Pull it in on a butcher.
3 points, near fall. As you see, Buena Vista President Fred Moore is back in full force. We saw him at the basketball games last night, and he's back here supporting the wrestling program.
Notice he was sitting there quite by himself, relaxing. He has plenty of space. Why don't you come on over and say hi to him?
He would enjoy that, I have a feeling. Score now is 7-2 after Briarcliff had an escape.
Working on his hand position. Working in on the single leg. Suck it up. Gets two.
Another 2 point takedown.
He's gonna probably work for another near fall here. Add to his point total. 20 seconds left in the match. He's gonna have to work fast. He got some cradle locked up. He's gonna go and roll it over. There he goes. He's gonna get him pinned. He's stuck. He's not going anywhere. There he goes.
Nice looking pin by Andy Kruger. Second victory of the game, or of the day, excuse me.
Of the match, the meet. The referee was a bit slow on that last pin, but that's okay because we got the fall.
It's a good way to start out as we take a quick look at that instant replay of Andy Kruger's pin. As you can see right there, the Briarcliff wrestler is pretty much helpless on the mat.
Getting a little butt grabbing in there, but there's an easy 6. Here's Matt Schubert. He kind of got caught in the last period on a bad move and got pinned. Hopefully he's going to work back and dominate this match.
He's wrestling against Nathan Kaz, a senior out of Lamar's, Iowa, not too far down the road.
Earlier you saw him go for the ankle pick. They're kind of locking it up pretty tight. That's not going to create a lot of action in the match. There he goes. He threw him. He dropped him like a used rubber.
Nice pin by Matt Schubert, coming back strong from the last meet.
He got pinned the last one. This time he took the other guy down.
So Matt Schubert showing how he can do it.
Let's take a look at that last replay as he threw him down and goes for the pin. Earlier he just dropped him like a used rubber, and then he's just going and pulling him down. Suck it up, he didn't go anywhere.
Okay, right now we're going to have a different wrestler at 174, or 184. It is not Ben Korkolowski like it was last time. Let's see if I can find out his name.
As you see, BV's on top 12-0 with 2 pins early. Dominating the upper matches. There he is. He's got to take him down. He has a takedown right now. He's up 2-0.
I would have to say that is Dustin Jeffries wrestling now for BV, going by the picture in the book. It's not Justin Jeffries? Well, I'm sorry, folks. We'll try and find out who it is. As you see him dancing around. Two-point takedown for Briar Cliff.
I guess we're just going to have to stick to the BC and BV names.
All right.
Sorry that we can't get the names down, but the information relayed to us is not as up to date as what we'd like.
BV is up by 12-0 on the match score right now.
Just got caught doing the Frankenstein, and he went in right at his feet.
BV's on their back. Looks like we just had Briar Cliff wrestler pin the BV wrestler, so that's going to cut the lead by half. Coach Al Baxter congratulates the other team. We're going to the 197-pound match right now. Dave Doble once again for BV. For Briar Cliff, this would either be Troy Horton or Scott Flocker, both seniors. Doble with a quick two-point takedown.
Not much to that, it just pretty basic wrestling. He's gonna try and break his base down. He's working on the power half. Now he's gonna go for a cradle. He's gotta bring the head to the knee. Now he's just gonna work on that arm bar. Briar Cliff's kind of stalling this out, trying to avoid what he's doing. He's gonna try and tuck that head in and underneath his armpit. Just keep running it forward.
Doble still riding him.
Referee's warning Briar Cliff about stalling. When you're sitting on the bottom, you can't just sit there. You got to work to get out of it. Now that he's been warned, if he gets warned again, it's going to be a point.
It's a lot easier said than done. We can sit up here and say he needs to work, but as you can see, Doble flipped him over right there.
He's trying to bridge up out of that, and I don't think he's going to. I think that's going to be a pin.
Looks like
it's going to tighten up. There it is.
Nice pin by Dave Doble, second one on the day. So it's a good start by the Beaver wrestlers throughout the first 4 matches.
We're off to a quick start, trying to fly through these matches.
Once again, it's going to be heavyweight Derek Schumacher out of Avoca. Wrestling heavyweight for BV. Well, for Briar Cliff, it's J.C. Baxter, a freshman out of Plattsmouth, Nebraska. Let's take a look at that last pin real quick. As you can see, there's nothing going for the Briar Cliff wrestler. Doble is just overpowering him. As you can see, the hand go up there by the ref saying, "You're finished, son."
All right, here you see the more agile Schumacher wrestling Baxter from Briar Cliff. Already took a quick takedown. They kind of locked up and just went down to the ground. Nothing really exciting. So you didn't miss much. It's more exciting to see that replay of the pin.
Schumacher working on the head.
He's probably just trying to create an angle. Now he's just going to go let him up and take him down some more.
Schumacher working on the head, bringing it down.
Just spinning around, getting his 2 points. Doesn't look like Schumacher's in real big danger during this match right so far at the beginning.
Just under 2 minutes here to go in the opening period. Two-point takedown for Schumacher.
Baxter's probably used to overpowering people, but when you're trying to get head throws in the college ranks, you're not going to have very much success.
Nice turnaround for Schumacher, working on some back points.
He's going to suck that elbow down. He's going to pick it up on the head. Not a good angle right here.
There's still some daylight underneath the shoulders of Baxter for Briar Cliff. We got another pin for BV. Nice job by the freshman, Derek Schumacher.
That takes Buena Vista into the lead for the whole meet, 24-6. Here we are, we have a forfeit at the 125 level.
BV gets those points too. Now we're going to see 133 Rick Schweitzberger take on Peter Isham from Bellevue, Nebraska. Schweitzberger won his match earlier today.
Schweitzberger is 31-3 so far in the year. He has 8 pins so far, so hopefully he's probably going to look for another one on this opponent.
2 points for a takedown for Schweitzberger.
Isham will be down in the down position.
Tries to do the quick escape, no good. Schweitzberger takes him back down to the mat saying, "I'm in control of you."
Schweitzberger working in on the legs. Gonna try and pull an arm up, get a near fall. A lot of times you'll find in the lower weights, a lot of the guys get used to going putting in the legs, and that's what they like to work through all their matches. Schweitzberger worked in the legs quite a bit in his last match, and here he goes. He's doing the same thing. He sticks to what works. He's comfortable with that position. Just getting the arm bar in right now. Referee's going to call a potentially dangerous situation, so they'll start back at the center.
Score still is 2-0 in favor of Schweitzberger.
That didn't look like it felt very good. It didn't sound like it either.
He's working on rolling him over. Looks like he's trying to get some back points here.
Looks like he's going to get him. Big question is, does he want to keep working on that and pull him all the way over, or is he going to let him back up and work it again? Referee calling another potentially dangerous situation there. They're both moving a little bit before the whistle was blown, so the referee's going to start it over again. There he goes, he's working on a tilt. He's got his leg in. He's working on the half, giving up on that. He's probably going to go with his arm bar again. Pushing the head down. Work. 10 seconds left.
Here in the opening period.
That's one risky move about putting the legs in on a wrestler is you kind of ride too high, you get out of position. Sometimes the guy on bottom can just pop you right out of it and get a reversal. They're going to start back in the neutral position. Lifting up, he's got to go and swing his arm out of there. Got to just keep driving, grab for his head.
Nice job escaping out of that.
Not exactly the most comfortable position.
Got a 2-point reversal there for Schweitzberger.
Kind of just working for position right now, trying to work his moves. He's going for the half. His arm doesn't look in a good position. The referee might stop it, but no, he's going to go over.
Working on the pin now, trying to push that other shoulder back down to the mat.
He's going to have to settle back and get shoulder to shoulder, chest to chest. Put more pressure on that side that he has up. I don't know how the referee can see through bodies, but...
So it's 3-point near fall for Schweitzberger.
10-0 right now. He has a major decision under his belt if he keeps the score. There he
nice rollover right there.
He has him on the tilt. That's the end of the second period.
He receives 2 points for back points right there. Not quite long enough to have a near fall.
He's 3 points away from a technical fall. Technical fall being scoring 15 points more than the opponent during a match, which will give the team score 5 points.
Back center.
As you see, assistant coach Rick's brother in the background. His name is Ryan Schweitzberger. He also wrestled here for BV, coaching and cheering on his little brother here in today's action.
Who wasn't too bad of a wrestler himself.
Won a national championship when he was here in his respective weight class. Nice 2-point takedown for Schweitzberger.
He's gonna let him up. He wants to get one more takedown to get the 15-point lead for the win.
45 seconds left to go in the match.
Not really doing a whole lot from this position, but he's able to go and get up on the single leg. He's got to control the hips in order to get his 2 points. Got to get his head out. Gets the 2 points, and that's the match.
So we got a technical fall in the books for Schweitzberger. Takes the lead 16-1. As you said, it was a technical fall. Another 5 points chalked up on the Beaver scoreboard. So we got Mark Van Beek at 141 right now, seeing his first action today. He has a pretty decent record on the year with the record of 22 wins, 4 losses, so that's not too shabby.
Wrestling a local native, Luke Piggott of Ida Grove, not too far away. He's got the double underhooks. There he goes, he's gonna pop it up and he's gonna try to pick him up off the ground if he can get it locked up.
Going for the leg sweep. 2-point takedown for Van Beek. Going back to the middle.
He's gonna go for the tilt. He gets that arm wrapped around the back. Hopefully he's gonna use it. There he has him. He's getting some near fall points. He gets 3 points coming to him. That will take him to 5.
The shoulders are back on the mat looking for this pin. If he can just squeeze it down there.
He's gonna wanna lift up on the head. Either that or pull up on the arm. He's going for the arm. Just trying to pop him down, use his weight.
Nice pin by Mark Van Beek. Chalk up another 6 points.
That fall took place in 1 minute and 28 seconds. So, Buena Vista off to a blazing start.
I would like to take a look at that last pin by Mark Van Beek. Let's see how actually he flipped him over. As you see, he's already on top. And right at the end of that, you see the ref says it's finished. Colby Yoder back on the mat, wrestling for BV. Taking on either Briar Cliffs 149, Jerry Ricks, or Nick Manti, both sophomores. Yoder shoots but is out of bounds, so they're going back to the middle.
One thing you want to do when you're shooting in on a guy, you want to keep your position and not get out of it. There he got out of it and he lost his potential takedown. That would have gave him 2 points.
No matter what happens in the rest of the matches, BV has safely secured another victory here at the Stevens Fieldhouse. Yoder's working on position. Timeout by Briarcliff, something got caught in the eye. Back to the action.
Two missed shots and then a scramble. Buena Vista able to get the takedown. Now it's 2-1 with an escape.
We got another problem with the eye for the Briarcliff wrestler.
They've started the injury timeout.
As we look on the other mat right now, Tim, it looks like the score is 24-13 for William Penn against, I believe that is Dana that they are wrestling. I'm not real sure which team is what. We'll try to find that out for you folks. As you see the athletic trainer working on the Briarcliff's wrestler's eye.
There you have the score. Buena Vista off to a commanding lead. Not in any danger of losing this meet, which will take their record for the year up to 23-3.
Back to the action. Yoder is up by the score of 2-1.
They're getting close to the out of bounds. The referee might want to call this out of bounds before some cheerleaders get hurt.
Out of bounds is called back to the center.
Yoder finished last season with a 26-11 record overall. He transferred from Wartburg, who in their own right is a dominant power in the Iowa Conference.
So far on the year, Yoder is 21-6 for this year.
An interesting thing about him, he was a 4-time state qualifier while in high school. Placed 5th as a sophomore, 2nd as a junior, and 3rd as a senior.
Out of bounds one more time. He has a high school record of 129-14. Not too shabby of a record, is it, Tim?
No, it's not. Anytime you get over that century plateau, you're in an elite group. I've only had a few people on my high school team that did it, so obviously it means a lot to him. He should be very proud of that.
Both wrestlers are battling for position. Right at the end of the first period, score still is 2-0 in favor of BV, or 2-1, excuse me.
Start of the second period, Briarcliff will take the down position, looking to get an escape and tie up the score.
Back to action, rolls him over.
Doing a Granby and scrambled out of it. Lost his contact.
Looks like he's having some problem with his eye still. Can't keep that contact in there. Looks like he's not putting it back in, so maybe he's seeing double of Yoder right now and able to miss him when he shoots.
A lot of times you don't need to see things in wrestling, you just need to feel it. So your eyesight's not really all that important. especially when you get down to working on the mat. You see a lot of pushing and shoving, trying to get the other guy off balance.
About took out a row of cheerleaders on that one.
We definitely don't need that.
Another shoot, nothing going there. Wonder if they're talking about who wants to take the lead in this dance right now.
They could be talking about that. They could be talking about the presidential elections right now.
That is true. Coach Baxter was pondering that same question, I believe. Score is 2-2 after the wrestler from Briar Cliff escaped out of the last session when they were down. I don't know what you call that.
Possibly trying to work a duck under there, the Briar Cliff wrestler. Now he's going to go shoot on the single leg. He's going to have to let up easy before he breaks somebody's leg.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good to break someone's leg. That'd be bad.
That's what I hear.
24 seconds left in the second period.
Extremely close match. Could go either way, but it doesn't matter for the team score. Univista's already had it in the sack.
Looks like we got blood one more time. Gives Yoder a quick break where, as you see, the three coaches talking to him. Coach Baxter talking to his wrestler, patting him on the back, giving him some constructive criticism.
Baxter's in his 22nd season as head coach of the Beavers. Pretty impressive that a coach can remain in a single location for that long.
Just to look at the impact that I was looking here, Tim, that he had on the program. His first year was in 1978. He had a record of 2-13. Just basically a 13% winning percentage right there. But looking at the next year in 79 and 80, he went from 2-13 to 15-1, over a 93% winning percentage right there. So just in a year's time, he had quite an effect on this program.
Yeah, at 71 that one.
For his career, he's won 3/4 of all the meets that he's been in. That alone is
impressive.
Yes.
Yoder took the lead with an escape, is up by 1 point, 3-2. Coming up following this weight class, we will have the final weight class of this meet. It is 157. Hopefully Gavin Martin can come back from the disappointing outing he had in the last one. Just got caught up in a bad situation and got pinned.
Yoder's on top, 3-2 right now. There's only 1:20 left in the match. Could go either way. Right now, it's just a question of who wants the victory more.
We're out of the circle one more time, going back to the middle, starting in the neutral position. Yoder shoots, going for the two-leg. Under a minute left to go in the match. Yoder still hanging on to that 1 point lead.
Whoever gets a takedown will win the match. If it stands and they don't do anything for the next 44 seconds, Buena Vista will win the match. It's very important right now. You don't want to get called for stalling and give up a point and go to overtime. You want to keep the action going if you're the guy that's leading, which is Kobe Yoder.
He has both of his arms. Coach Baxter doesn't agree with that call.
I disagree also. He was working that move around the outside. I don't know how you can call stalling for that.
So that ties up the match right now at 3. So Kobe Yoder has that match taken away from him right at the end there with a 2-point takedown by Briarcliff.
And 2 near fall points, so a disappointing loss. When he was in the situation to win, he just
like
didn't
you
have
said,
things
it
go
all
his
came
way.
down to that one call by the ref that was stalling, as we said. You want to take a look at the replay of that end of that match, see what went wrong?
We might as well.
As you can see right now, he's in a position where he is in no control right there, and as you can see, the towel boy taps the ref on the back, saying that's the end of the match.
That was probably more a question of conditioning. Yoder had a tough match in the previous meet. He's probably a little drained on his energy level.
Well, he has 2 more matches coming up this afternoon, so let's hopefully we can get him rested up. Gavin Martin once again for BV, wrestling in the 157-pound. For Briarcliff, this is either Brody Velt out of Odebelt, Iowa, or David Welt out of Nebraska. No score early on. Both wrestlers feeling each other out.
Both wrestlers taking a conservative approach, trying to create a different angle. Goes to his belly, saves it from go to the back. Briarcliff's up by 2 now.
Martin takes a down position. Martin working on an escape right now, gets back up to his legs.
Watch his hand control. Got driven out of bounds. He is so close to getting that escape. They're gonna have to come back and he's gonna have to start all the way over again.
He did it once, let's hope he can do it again.
Has a good base right now.
Seems to me that one of the most important parts of an escape is getting your legs underneath you right off the bat. 2-point reversal for Gavin Martins, which ties up the game, or the match. 1 point escape for the Briarcliff wrestler.
Working on the inside position. Kind of hanging on the head there. Notice when they're getting in their positions here, they're going to try and move forward to go and create something. You generally don't want to move backwards when you're trying to get a takedown. Always try to get your opponent off balance, create that different angle, that'll give you the advantage.
Into the first period right there for Gavin Martin. He comes out of it, I believe, with the 1 point with the 1 point disadvantage.
Score is 3-2 in favor of Briarcliff.
Martin starts down one more time. Let's hope he can get an escape. And he does, ties up the game, or the match, excuse me.
They're kind of hanging on each other's heads. Just watch their hands work with each other when they're in that situation. May not look like they're doing much, but they're really working in there trying to go and create something.
Little mix up here on the bench. Both coaches are over there talking to the ref, trying to figure out the situation. Looking at the other mat, that matchup over there against William Penn and Dana is looking a little bit closer. It's 24-16 at the 149-pound weight class, so they're one class behind us. Looks like we got stuff figured out. Back to the action.
There he is.
Martin shoots the leg.
He wants to get in deeper when he shoots that shot. You get caught like that and the opponent's able to put a headlock on it, he's going to be able to spin around and get 2 points on you real easy. Just like that happened right there.
2 points for Gavin Martin. Puts BV in the lead. Out of bounds and going back to the middle of the mat. One point escape for Briarcliff's wrestler. In the second period, as you see, 30 seconds left.
Buena Vista's on top, 5-4.
Seems like a lot of the wrestlers like to work around the edge of the mat, Tim.
I don't know if it's those cheerleaders over there or what, but they sure like that edge.
Second period winding down. Martin works to maintain control. No points awarded at the end of that period.
In order to score a takedown, you have to control your opponent's hips. And obviously in that situation, nobody established control.
Gavin Martin is going to start out on top for BV, maintaining a 1-point lead, going into the final 2 minutes of the meet.
More than likely what will happen, Briarcliff will get an escape sooner or later, and then the score will probably get tied up in this third period, and then it will be go for the last takedown as we saw in the last match.
Unfortunately, in the last match, it did not work out in BV's favor. Martin remains on top. 1-point escape for Briarcliff. Good call, Tim. Ties up the match, 5-5.
Here it comes down to a little bit of conditioning, see who's in better shape, who's going to want it more. Working on the edge of the mat, they probably want to circle back in, keep the action moving. The referee blew that one out of bounds, no position controlled.
Gonna start up in a neutral position, hoping for a takedown. As you can see in the background, the last match on the other mat is finished.
Quite a bit closer than what this match is.
Final score was 24-19.
.45 seconds left in this match. Here it is. 2 points. What Gavin's going to want to do is get an escape really quick, get up, get the score to like 1 point, you know, and then he's going to go for the takedown. But the way he's been wrestling here lately, Briarcliff's been kind of dominating. Oh, he got him on the back. That's a
3 points, back points, so that puts him at a 1-point lead. That was a nice move by Gavin Martin.
Should also have a reversal for that, which would be an extra 2 points, so that'd be a total of a 5-point move. The referee obviously not seeing it how I did. He's only gonna give back points.
I think Coach Baxter saw it the same way you did, because the look on his face, he was kind of questioning it too.
It's kind of hard to say that you got somebody on their back and you don't have control of their body. You know, that's a good argument to make in a situation like that. There's only 31 seconds left in the match, but the referee did go and give him the 5-point move. So he's up by 3.
I guess you talked him into it, Tim.
I do my best.
1-point escape brings it within a 2-point match, so Gavin Martin has to watch out for the takedown here.
He doesn't want to get called for stalling.
.17 seconds left on the clock.
You want to stay aggressive enough to make it look like you're not stalling, but still you want to go and stay away so you don't risk getting a takedown.
Match is over. Nice job by Gavin Martin pulling that one out in the last 45 seconds of the third period.
That 5-point move really was the key to this match right here. Very impressive with the Buena Vista victory there.
Final score would have been 44-12, or 44-9, excuse me, in favor of BV, defeating the Briarcliff Chargers out of Sioux City. Tim, your final thoughts on basically the whole meet that we just took a part of?
A lot of good things we saw, a lot of positive matches, a lot of guys won. Coach Baxter is probably more pleased with that duel compared to the last one they had. They didn't have quite near as many mistakes, but let's go ahead and take a break and bring it on back in a little bit. You're watching Innovation Sports.
At Baker's Court in Storm Lake, our menu just keeps getting bigger and better. Why? Because you deserve it. If you're looking for something a little different, then try one of our new marinated entrees, served hot off the grill. Or try one of our fantastic new chicken wraps, marinated chicken breast combined with savory ingredients and wrapped in a unique wrap. All of our new menu items come with Storm Lake's only soup, salad, and ice cream bar. We hope